I'm going to start out this video by saying I have not officially received the update yet. Update v83. I'm still on v81. Feel free to let me know. Comment section below if you guys are still on the same. But I thought it would be a good idea to actually look at the update. We could take a look at it and see what it had to offer because v83, apparently people are slowly starting to get it because for those of you guys that don't know, the MetaQuest 3 releases updates in waves. Everyone doesn't get it all at once. So that's just how they do. So what we are going to do is we're going to go through some of these updates. Okay, it said these features and enhancements will become available starting the week of November 24th. As of recording this, it is November 28th/29th. I'm recording this at night, honestly. I knew that would pop up eventually, but we don't need that right now. So it will come to the MetaQuest 3, 3S, Quest Pro, and MetaQuest 2 headsets. It's worth noting, though, that as of recording this, I'm pretty aware that a lot of updates going forward are going to be for the MetaQuest 3 and 3S over the Pro and the 2. And links in the description below to them if you use my code as of right now, checkout. If you decide to buy a MetaQuest 3 or 3S headset, you will receive $30 Quest Cash. I believe $30. Yeah. Could be more depending on what promotion is going on, but the default amount is $30 in Quest Cash. Think of that as install credit, but let's continue now, shall we? Temporal dimming. Temporal dimming is now available on Quest 3 and 3S. Whoops, I did not mean to do any of that. Okay, this feature gradually dims your session, helping reduce eye strain. So basically, okay, why is that happening? So basically, as far as I should explain, I'm not using a controller, so yeah. Things seem to be getting a little bit buggy. It's a bit darker in my place I'm recording right now, so I guess that's understandable. So temporal dimming apparently is going to be an experimental feature, so you'll be able to turn it off at any time in the advanced settings. Now I'm curious what you guys think about the idea of temporal dimming because it means that slowly it's going to decrease the brightness of your headset, but it's apparently going to do that in intervals. I'm assuming it's going to use some like gradual system or something, like how something slowly changes color by going one or two different color shades at a time, hardly noticeable, and before you know it, you're on a whole different color. I'm assuming it's going to be something like that, so we won't even notice that the color will be brighter or not brighter in this case. I don't know. I'm iffy about whether I'd like that or not. I might give it a try, but generally, I usually like my normal brightness. Yeah, but we'll see. Mobile app login for browser. Log into certain websites from your phone by sending a link to your Meta Horizon mobile app websites available for v83 include Roblox and TikTok. The new feature reinvents QR login for the MetaQuest. Okay, space setup, enable representation of more complex architectural elements like multi-high floors. Oh, so basically, if you have like a complicated setup and stuff, it will be better at doing that. Boundary simplification. Users can no longer update their boundary sensitivity in controller independently. Okay. Okay, now they can now do it easily by one slider. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, I don't use much boundary controls. I believe I have my boundary turned off, honestly, because it annoyed me a lot. But I do, before you go turning yours off willy-nilly, I did go through a somewhat process. Plus, they also warned me saying that they're not responsible if I bump into something as a result. Okay, so keep that in mind. I keep doing that. Okay. We're introducing system positional time warp. Oh, okay. Positional time warp, users real-time scenario depth, reduce visual judder when apps framed. Oh, okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, what they mean is that this is, I guess, supposed to make the experience look smoother even when it's not. Basically, using movie magic, for lack of a better term. Like doing different scenes and stuff, like maybe we'll see a different perspective so that way it looks cool or something. I don't know the full details on that, but basically we're going to be fed an illusion. Okay. Now, apparently, this is, I think this is something you can turn off. I'm not really sure. It doesn't necessarily say it's something you can turn off, but I mean, maybe it's an experimental feature. I don't really know at the time. I don't have the update yet. Again, let me know if you guys have the update, but I don't at the moment. But I'll be honest, this one I'm worried about probably the most, especially if you can't turn it off. Because on one hand, yeah, it might make my gameplay experience look smoother, but on the other hand, what if it puts me in like a weird perspective that just makes it look like that it's jumping all over the place and whatnot? Now, I don't know. This one I'm a bit iffy about because if I'm understanding correctly, what they're talking about is potentially making it so if like there's point A, let's say there's point A and point B, right? And you're looking at it from point A for the most part, but then when point A glitches out, you'll get put into point B, or sometimes maybe it will, I don't know, maybe for all I know, it will use some kind of AI to make like a point A, point 5. So, like somewhere between point A and point B, halfway through, so that way I'm seeing a better experience, but behind the scenes, everything is on fire, like that meme, everything's fine, and just drinking a cup of coffee while the place is burning down type thing. I don't know. I'm a bit worried about that, but who knows? Maybe it is brilliant, and I don't know. Maybe it's super brilliant. Okay, and then we have the Meta Horizon Link app, and that's about it. This was just a public test channel down here that people had access to, and it looked like people are actually getting the update. Let's actually check one more time to see if we can download the update. Nope, everything is up to date. I tried restarting my headset as well, but it looks like I'm just going to have to wait. I'll probably get on like every day to check. Okay, and as soon as I get the update, I'll make a video for you guys showing off the update, okay? It will be something like Update v83 Showcase or what I like about Update v83 or something like that, okay? I'll update you guys on that. I just wanted to make this video because I know some people are getting the update. Okay, You know, I do have to say these are slowly improving. I mean, we don't quite have nails yet, but I feel like we're getting there. We're a step closer, right? I mean, we can literally move all our fingers individually now, so that's something. And this is just like the built-in hand tracking thing. I'm not wearing any fancy tracking gear or anything like that. Actually, I'm not even using the headset. Right? I mean, I'm using the headset, obviously, but I'm not using the controllers, I meant. So that's interesting. I'm even tapping my wrist with two fingers. I can't believe it can pick all that up. Okay, you know what? This is weird. I'm going to check the update one more time, and then I'm going to end the video because I feel like I'm dragging it on at this point. Sorry about that, guys. But I am going to end it off here. Let me know if you received the update or if you're stuck at V81 like me. And like I said, I will make a video updating you guys once I get update v83. Okay. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.